What's up, everybody? It's been too long since I've talked to you guys, so here we are. By the way, I think I need a haircut, so probably gonna do that like next week. But anyways, just to cut to the chase, I failed 440 on bench twice, so that was that. We'll get it probably this summer. But anyways, guys, as you see the title of the video, you know, women don't care about your feelings. Like, they just don't. And honestly, man, I don't know if a lot of it is malicious on their end. I just think a lot of it is in their DNA. Like, they are like the weaker sex physically. And I just think like it's maybe a survival instinct they have to be like, you know, to do whatever they need to do to survive and not really like care about someone's feelings, right? So I do think it's a little more in there. Like, I think men are a lot more loyal than women. Men and women both cheat for sure. I'm not saying that, but from what I've seen, you know, men are a lot more loyal, and especially what I've experienced. So I'll give you a quick little story. So I was talking to this girl like maybe like 2 weeks on Snapchat, and she lives 4.5 hours away, so it's not like we were gonna be able to see each other like all the time, but you know, maybe it was gonna happen like sooner or later if things continue to go well and it was worth my time and money to go out there and take a trip and see her. But so we were talking for 2 weeks, and then last night we were talking and it was going good. We were just sending like voice messages back and forth. She was laughing, like it was a really good conversation actually. And finally, it was like really late. I think it was around like midnight or something. And then so we both like went to bed and told each other good night. And I was like, wow, that like conversation went good, because before that we would just text off and on. But last night I felt like it was the first time where we really started to like talk a lot and talk good to each other. And I was like, man, I could see this probably going somewhere. And then, which I know, I got fooled again. I don't know why I put my trust in women anymore. I really don't. But I didn't allow myself to fall in love or get emotionally attached. But in my head, I was like, you know, this is going good. This girl's pretty cool. Like, hey, maybe it'll go somewhere. Bro, I wake up this morning, right? I literally wake up this morning and I'm blocked. Like, I could have went for sure. I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm literally blocked. I'm blocked on Snapchat, and we met on Facebook dating, right? So I go to Facebook dating. I scroll through my conversations and all that. I try to find her profile. Blocked on there too. I'm like, this witch, like, how are you gonna lead me on like that? You know, it was weird too. She's 21 and she's never had a boyfriend, so I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing, by the way, but she doesn't really have experience. She doesn't know how to talk to a guy. Maybe she thought that it was going towards like us hanging out soon because it was going so good. Maybe that scared her off. I know she still lives at home and everything, but I don't know, man. It was just very very strange. And that's not the first time that's happened to me either. Like, I've had it before where like it'll go really good with the woman, and then, you know, you guys are texting, and then it's the most random time. Like, guys, with this one, there was no like signs there at all. It wasn't like you know, she was leaving me on open, or like the text responses were getting shorter and smaller, and she was taking long to reply. It wasn't any of that. They were like detailed responses that, you know, required effort. She was laughing a lot. She was pretty responsive too yesterday. We were like kind of just going back and forth for the most part. Once I got into bed, so the responses were like really fast, and then she told me like good night and everything, and I go to bed and I'm like, cool, like that was pretty nice. And then good conversation, and then I wake up in the morning and I'm fucking blocked. I am literally blocked. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't know why women do this shit. I really don't. And if I said something inappropriate, I would totally get that. I didn't say anything inappropriate at all. We were just like having a normal conversation. So that's the part that I don't really understand at all. But I think that's why, like, I'm so, and then because I've talked to a few girls, and then some of them, I don't know. It's not even girls. Sometimes some family members would tell me like maybe I'm too guarded and I'm too like shielded and I don't want to let my guard down. It's like, well, now you see why. Like, imagine if I would have invested the time and money to travel to see this girl, right? Just for that shit to happen. Like, that's why I don't even really like try anymore, like, I almost feel like the girl has to make more moves these days, because otherwise we're just gonna waste our time, fellas. We are. So whereas if the girl is pursuing you, that shit's gonna work out 90% of the time, because unless you're like butt ass ugly or really overweight or something, I don't know, like, a guy's not gonna turn you down. And especially if you have a good attitude, you take care of your health, you take care of your image, a guy is not going to turn you down. It's, in fact, he's going to be real happy and excited to finally have a beautiful girl to like hang out with and talk to. But girls, they can just like, especially this girl, she was young and she was decent looking. I mean, she wasn't she's not going to be on a magazine or anything, but I mean, I would have dated her. I thought she was pretty, because she had that like old school girl next door kind of beauty, to where it was all just like natural. It wasn't like she could roll out of bed without makeup and still look the same. You know what I'm saying? Like that kind of girl. She was very pretty. And then, but yeah, I don't know, man. I think like, so a girl like that, I just think has so many options with online dating. Man, she could just replace you so fast, or she could just get bored and replace you and move on. Like, it really is one of those things where they can do that, but what do they get out of it? They're not getting any meaningful connections. Are they really winning? Like, I don't think so. I just think one day they're all gonna get older and realize that like life passed them by and they didn't really do a good job at finding a good man and settling down, and it's just gonna hit them hard. You see it already. You see all these TikToks of these like 30-year-old, 40-year-old women crying and shit, and they have cats and boxed wine, and then they say men sucked, or like, oh, I regret divorcing my husband, and shit like that. So it's it is what it is, man. It is what it is, I tell you. But yeah, I'm not gonna trip out on it too much. I mean, sometimes shit ain't meant to be, so. But it definitely makes me just not want to trust women anymore, man. I tell you, dude, it's bad. Nowadays, it's horrible. But that's the video. I'm here, I'm ready to work out. So, yeah, I am glad to be back, and I missed you guys, and yeah, we're still training. I'm looking to compete in July. There's a meet like an hour, 20 minutes from where I live, so I think it'd be pretty fun. So that's kind of where my mind's set at right now. I need to cut a little bit. Your boy was 229 today, so weight class is 220, so I definitely have to, if I can sit around 224, 225 in prep, I'll be good, and I can just like water cut the rest. But yeah, we're feeling good. We're gonna be ready, and I'll see y'all next video. Peace.